Mikey said a good question, and that is, are we trying to prove, therefore, that the Bible is accurate historically? And that's exactly what we're doing. To show that the Bible is historically accurate, we need to find out historical claims in the Bible that are corroborated by external material whose dates we do know. These artifacts are here. They're right in front of you. We know the dates. We know what they're saying. We know when they were written, who wrote them, what they were saying, and at what place, and in what time. So because they write and say the exact same thing the Bible's writing about, in the same place, at the same time, with the same people, that's how accurate, that proves that our Bible is accurate. But this is all extra biblical. This is not from the Bible. That's why it can be trusted, and that's why people will trust it before they'll trust the Bible.
Sure.
Okay, so we're kind of showing the Bible through external sources. Now, a third piece of evidence concerns Balawat. Remember I showed you the city of Balawat on that map? Yeah. Balawat is not a capital. It is a summer palace of Shalmaneser III. He wanted a place to go to in the summer times, so he built this palace, which is today just looks like a mound in the desert. Nothing more than a mound in the desert. And when you go through Syria, or if you go through Turkey, or Jordan, if you're driving along the road, you will find these mounds off the side of the road. Most of you will drive right past them without even thinking anything of them. But if you're an archaeologist, you'll start licking your lips. Because those mounds are artificial. They're not natural. And if you start digging down through them, they're called tells, as they're doing here. As you start digging down through them, you start coming across artifacts down below, which are remnants of archaic cities, old cities. Cities get destroyed by fire, by warfare, by earthquakes. And as they get destroyed, people flee, then they come back and they rebuild over top. Then they flee again, they come back and they rebuild over top, which creates layer after layer after layer. And that's why archaeologists like to go and dig down through the different layers, and they can recreate the cities by looking at all these artifacts. When they got down to the 9th century BC, to the original layer, the earliest layer of any artifacts, they came across these hinges. These are hinges to a very large door. Now, the British Museum, to show you how large a door they would accommodate, have reproduced the doors for you right here. Those are not originals. Those are made by the British Museum, just to show you how large the doors were.
So, is there any sections though?
You wouldn't just run in and out of that door to go to the toilet. You can see, that's a door to the entrance to a city.
Yeah.
But why are we interested in these hinges? Well, we're interested in this hinge right up here. The second one down, right here. If you look, you can see some men with their hands tied behind their backs. These are prisoners of war. These are the prisoners of Hamat, of Idhuleni, proving that that event did happen. Coming to Shalmaneser III, showing that that event, that battle, those prisoners, which are referred to in 1 Kings chapter 22, did take place. Proving yet a third time that what 1 Kings chapter 22 and 2 Kings chapter 9 and 10 are talking about did happen with those people at that time in that place. Are you following why this is important?
How do they know that is the...
Because on the backside it's all written in cuneiform.
Is it? So they know...
The story is in cuneiform with the names on it.
Yeah. So they know that people has come from that
country. There you
country.
go. Yeah. And see, none of us read cuneiform today, but you can actually study cuneiform right here in the School of Oriental African Studies. They teach it. So it's not a hidden language. It's not a lost language like hieroglyphics was. Yeah. So it's very, in fact, you can learn it almost in 2 days, the alphabet. It's only 68 characters. And it was used all over the known world at that time because it's just different pieces of triangles. If you look at it carefully, it's just triangles put in different shapes, different...
so it's not a common language.
Common language, and that's why you have many languages using cuneiform. And the one we're most interested in is Ugaritic. Ugaritic is the language, cuneiform is the script. Just like the English script we use today. The Spanish people use it, the Germans use it. It's all what's the name of our script? It's not called English script. What is it called? Anybody know the name? Romantic script. We all use it, but every time you look at it, it has different words, but it still uses the 26 same basic letters. In this case, there's 68 letters. Okay? Now what we're going to do, we're going to jump 5 kings. Now you may ask, why are we jumping 5 kings? The reason is because the next 5 Assyrian kings had nothing to do with Israel. They went and looked east. They went towards Persia. So therefore, they don't have an impact on our story. We're only interested in those people that had an impact on Israel to corroborate the Israel story, the story of the Bible. So we're going to jump those 5 kings. We're going to jump to Tiglath-Pileser III. To do that, we're going to have to go straight down this room to the next room.